welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment.
There's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Seattle.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Walker. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And Defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's Walker. He slams it in there, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you can start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchy breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here comes the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Room to run at the 40, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
The 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This is caught at the 2. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
1st and goal, New England.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here comes the jet sweep. And And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon. But he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them
over the top, he's got it. Mario Douglas took down New England.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll motion a tight end right. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call design runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
He'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get this run out to his fullback. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Walker. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. That's good for 27 and a first down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. On play action, here's Darnold. That one to Zach Charbonnet. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Here's a run. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Left side, he's got Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive linemen to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
This one down the field, but still lined up incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return 4th down. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith.
And the idea is, if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
In motion is Barner. He'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down, as this defense is unable to hold a gain of 7 on that 3rd and 2.
What a luxury, Mike, right? I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you can just turn around, hand them the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the 1st half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
After a spirited 1st quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 10-7 is the score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter from the 43. Here's 2nd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. It's 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Stevenson to start this drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
May to throw on second down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
They'll run. It's Henderson. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
From out of the gun, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one taken in by Douglas. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert. So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Throwing on second down, May. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that second down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Ball level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now Walker. Some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
4. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Darnold to throw. He finds Cup along the out route. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. That's complete. It's JSN. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Christian Barmore. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Darnold. Oh, this pass was dialed in right now. They get him again.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Here's Michael Dixon now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
And the Patriot 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They run on the jet sweep, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Third and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. On the ground, here is Henderson. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, New England.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. May going to look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. To the pylon, he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good. And the Pats go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Seahawks 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Darnold, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Darnold now to throw. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down is looming.
It's fourth down.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Throwing now is May. And mark him down up beyond the 30. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
14. And a Patriot first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart the 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains on a first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's May again. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for, and it's going to be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And that is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Now, some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Still 1st down.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the 2nd half is about to get underway. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? 2nd half underway in Super Bowl 60. We'll start at the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Pates offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll go play action with May. Forced out left. And a nice run, close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
And it brings up...
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They're going to go jet sweep on third down. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Interesting. You don't see a lot of jet sweeps on third down. It seems to be more of like a first and second down call because it kind of goes with more of the under center run game and play action game. So they go to it on third down. Really nice job there by the defense. Non-traditional play call. Good discipline. They're able to bring up fourth down.
The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They run with Walker. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The throw on first down is Darnold. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll run here with Walker.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
So, a couple of first downs will give them first and 10. They're at the 41. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Caleb Jason able to pursue his man and drop him for a loss of 4.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
On third and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
Tackled by Derek Hall. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now May. He's going to tuck it and go. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Diggs on the reception. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
2 yards. 1st down.
Little power football here on 3rd and short. They bring in some extra bulk up front, and they just run this ball straight at the defense. Challenge them in a gotta-have-it moment. Can you stop us? And in this case, the answer is no.
He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
On the play.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him getaways. Well short of the first down mark.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to...
And this is blocked. Oh, yeah. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And the blocked field goal definitely changes things. Instead of ceding 3 points, they have it now, 1st and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now the point after drop from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Harold Landry, they're on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
It's a gain of 11.
Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. And that's exactly what he did here. Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Darnold to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front, 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Myers back out there. Got the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That one good for 29.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, they go back to Henderson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. First and 10. Now Stevenson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up 1st downs is? On 1st downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 1st downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
And he shows off those strong legs running through 1 tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd and short, and here is May. Will try, and he will score! Drake May, touchdown New England. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots have taken a 4-point advantage.
It's 24. Seahawks 20.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And that's incomplete. Thought he might try to... And it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The Patriots offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. Working out of the gun. It's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Whoa. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. To throw is Darnold. It's complete. He's got Huck. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 4-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try, and he's into the end zone. Sam Darnold, touchdown Seahawks. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Seahawks go up by 3. It's 27-24.
27. Patriots 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is May. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Patriots ready for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. To return, it's Shaheed.
The Seahawks take
And
over.
not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, was right now possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's Darnold. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Thrown out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Pass completed to Douglas. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing on second down. May. Pass complete to Henderson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From out of the gun, here's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Number 3 to Mario Douglas. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Throwing now is May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. This game level following the made field goal. They need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was roughed right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up. After this, they'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He finds Hunt along the out route. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Throw to the
it's clear, Mike, I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
May to throw on second down. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Has caught right side by Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Douglas in motion. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 47-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10. May to the air once more. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
The 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Andy Borregales.
New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. So a big spot looming here for Andres Borregales. This to win the game. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. So a big spot looming here for Andres Borregales. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. There it is. The new record holder for most Super Bowl wins is the New England Patriots, champions for the 7th time. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team, and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.